Assalamu alaikum everyone, I'm Aftab Khan. In today's video I'm going to be breaking down the new 482 skills in demand visa, including the three streams: the core skill streams, the specialist skill stream, and the labor agreement. I will also be discussing the eligibility criteria and what documents are required, and also the step-by-step process and how much does it cost to apply for the 482 visa. So let's get started. What is skills in demand visa? So the skills in demand visa is also known as the subclass 482 visa, and it allows the Australian employees to sponsor skilled overseas workers when there is no suitable local candidates available. And this is a temporary visa with a pathway to permanent residency, and it replaced the old TSS 482 structure in 2024 with three new streams. And that is the specialist skill streams. Number one, the specialist skill streams is for the highly paid professionals earning Australian dollar around $141,000 or more per year. For this stream of the visa, you must be approved to work in NSCO listed occupation in major groups 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6. Where the nominated salary for the position meets the specialist skilled income threshold. Number two is the core skill stream. This is the most common streams and lots of people are applying for this stream. So this stream is for the skilled workers in occupation listed on the core skill occupation list. You must have at least 1 year of work experience in the last 5 years. And the LMT is also required for this core skill streams. LMT is the labor market testing. Salary must meet the annual market salary rate, all right, and which is going to be the $76,515. This visa is granted for up to 4 years, and it can be a PR pathway as well through the subclass 186 visa after 2 years if you are eligible. Right, so stream number three is the labor agreement stream. This is for the occupations which are not on the standard list but covered under the labor agreement like DAMA, and it is used in the regional areas. The terms negotiated between the employers and the government. So the useful trades are agriculture, hospitality, and health sectors. Now let's talk about the step-by-step process for the core skill stream and how it works. So step number one is employer sponsorship. Your employer must apply to become a standard business sponsor. That's step number one. Step number two is the nomination. So the employer nominates you for a role on the core skills list. Your employer must prove that they advertise the job locally, they are offering the right salary, and they genuinely need to fill that position. Now the eligibility criteria for the visa applicant. Okay, so if you're an applicant, you're applying, you need to know these information. Number one is there is no age limit for this visa, which is a great news for many applicants. If you are already in Australia, you must hold a valid substantive visa or a bridging visa A, B, or C. You must also have complied with all the conditions of your previous visa. Right, now the employer sponsorship. To apply, you must be nominated by an approved Australian employer. They must nominate you for an occupation listed on the official core skills occupation list. You will need to directly work for that employer or one of their approved associated entities. Now the skills, experience, and qualification for the 482 visa. So you must have at least 1 year of relevant work experience in your nominated occupation or a closely related field within the last 5 years. This experience can be full-time, part-time, casual, as long as it's equivalent to 12 months of full-time work experience. In some cases, internships, clinical placements, or research during a master's or PhD may also count, especially for the medical and research role. Depending on your occupation, you may also need a skills assessment, and if it is mandatory, you must start the process before lodging your visa. Let's talk about the English requirements. So you must meet a minimum level of English unless you are exempt. and this usually IELTS 5 in each band or equivalent in other tests like PTE or TOEFL. Now let's talk about the health and character. You and your family must meet Australia's health and character requirements. I always recommend completing your medicals before lodging the visa to avoid delays. And yes, police checks will be required too. Now let's talk about the other requirements you need to have. So you must have adequate health insurance while in Australia. You must not owe any money to the Australian government. You must also sign the value statement confirming that you will respect the local laws and the lifestyles. You must also not have paid for the visa sponsorship or been involved in sponsorship fraud for the last 3 years. If your visa is refused or cancelled in the past, this may affect your eligibility. Don't worry, in some cases exceptions apply and we can assess that for you. Now let's talk about the cost. So for the primary applicant, it's $3,210. The secondary applicant is the same. Your employer also need to pay the Skill Australia Levy Fund, which is the SAF, and it depends upon the size of the business. So your employer need to pay that accordingly, and your employer also needs to pay for the sponsorship and your nomination. Alright, so after this visa is granted, you can work with your employer full-time. You can include your family. You can also switch your employer within 180 days. You can also apply for the permanent residency after 2 years if you are eligible. So let me tell you a quick recap. To qualify for the 42 core skill stream, you need a job offer in a nomination from an approved employer. You need 1 year of relevant experience. You may need a skill assessment. You need sufficient skills, health, character, and insurance compliance, and a clean record with no sponsorship fraud. Right? If you need help and if you're not sure where to start and want us to put your things together as a strong applicant, you can reach out to us and we'll help you with the sponsorship, nomination, visa lodgement, and even your PR pathways. You guys can email us or you can book an appointment with us. And thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap for the bell icon for more migration updates. Right guys, wish you good luck, take care, Allah Hafiz.